How's everyone doing on this Monday? Whew. I don't know why today has just felt like the Mondayest Monday, but like not bad way necessarily. It just feels like one of those days where you're just like always playing catch up. I don't know. I felt like every time that I was like, oh, I think I'm getting ahead on my to-do list, it was like, no, JK, you have 5 other things that you really actually need to be doing instead. It's just been one of those Mondays, but I did get lashes on literally 5 minutes before this live. So I feel like, you know what? That's a success. I just was having one of those days that I was like, you know what? I cannot not put lashes on. I know that I had been having a couple lashless days in the past few weeks, but for some reason, I just couldn't have another lashless Monday, you guys. I recently started working with this woman. She's amazing. She's from Kansas City. She's a stylist here in LA. I've been helping her with some content, and her whole mantra is getting ready every day. It helps improve your day. It makes you feel better. If you are feeling like your best self externally, like you will basically transfer that to feeling that way internally as well, and how everything is like working. I'm not saying this correctly. Working in working in tandem. Again, feeling good on the outside helps you feel good on the inside. That's a better way to say it. So I feel like I've had her influence the past couple of weeks. And so that's why today I was like, no, we are putting on a little makeup. We are putting on our lashes, and we are getting into this Monday. I also have my green tea mixture ready to go. No one tell Mama Hill that I forgot to put it in a cute cup before this live. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I see the chat is already going off as well. Hello, everyone. I see Jessica is in here, Jonna is in here, Maria is in here, Kim, Reggie, Destiny, Jody, Tabitha. Hello, Joy is in here as well, Poetry Chick. I'm seeing you guys say that the Chiefs won on Sunday. Y'all freaking finally. Okay, if we did not win that game yesterday, we would have had way bigger problems. Honestly, I feel like we should have won by more, but I will take the win where we can take the win. We have some work to do as a Chiefs organization. Yeah, Tabitha, we had to win. If we didn't win on Sunday, you guys, it would have been really dark and bleak. So we definitely had to come out with a win, and I'm happy that we did. But I will say, and you guys know, I am like the biggest Travis Kelce fan ever. He did not have the best game on Sunday. And I'm not talking about him, getting upset on the sidelines. That's a whole other conversation that honestly is not that big of a deal. Once again, I don't know why anyone is making a big deal out of Travis Kelce having some passion on the sidelines. Him and Andy Reid have that relationship. Andy Reid has even since done an interview being like, it's not a big deal. Like, I like that Travis has emotions. Like, I have emotions. We want passion in this game. But you know how people are. If Travis shows emotion on the sidelines, people like to create a narrative that is just not there. And I'm with you, Tabitha. Andy shoulder checked Travis. Like, Andy went up and riled Travis up. Like, he's like, come on, get your butt in gear. Because before that, Travis was not doing well, you guys. He was dropping the ball. He was not having his head in the game. So honestly, I fully support Andy Reid going up and shoulder checking the guy, and Travis having an emotion after that. I feel like that's what we want to see, because that means he's still passionate and he still cares. And I'm with you, Vicky. We want men to have emotions. They are men, not robots. Get out of my head, because I literally was thinking about that today. I was like, we give such mixed signals, right? On one hand, we're like, we want men to feel, we want them to feel empowered to express their emotions. Men aren't previously taught to express their emotions. Yet, Travis Kelce does express his emotions. He gets angry, he cries, he does all of the things, and yet he's criticized for showing his emotions. So I'm with you. That's so funny. I literally was thinking that same thing. I was like, we just can never be happy. I feel like the internet, which, tell me something, that you guys already know. The internet is never going to be pleased one way or the other. They're always going to want different things. You can never please everybody. But we are going to get into a lot today. I see Robert talking about Cardi B's album. We're going to be talking about Cardi B because, yes, aside from her releasing her new album, she went Instagram live and addressed her divorce from Offset. She also talked about Stephon Diggs, her current boyfriend, the father of the child she's currently pregnant with. And he has a paternity lawsuit against him. There's a woman claiming to be 5 months pregnant with his child. I didn't even know that he had a paternity lawsuit against him, but Cardi is addressing it. We're going to discuss. We're also going to be talking about Jimmy Kimmel, Tom Holland. We're going to be talking about Justin and Haley, a new report about how Haley was very integral in Justin making this Coachella decision. And then we're going to talk about Taylor. There are a lot of headlines about Taylor being terrified, and I just want to kind of clear up a lot of the things that are out there. Also, it doesn't look like Travis is going to make it to Selena's wedding. I think that is being made to be more dramatic than it really is, so we're going to discuss that as well. And there's also a headline about Donna Kelsey pressuring Travis to have kids. It's much more lighthearted than I feel like it's coming across. So we're going to be, fighting the internet trolls, so to speak, when we get towards the end, talking about Taylor and Travis. Selena's wedding has not happened already. I believe it is my theory that it is going to happen this weekend, which ironically, I also have a wedding this weekend. Not where Selena's wedding is going to be. I will be traveling to Idaho for the first time ever and having a wedding this weekend. But yes, we are going to talk about Travis going with Taylor, whether or not he's going to Selena's wedding. Again, let's remember that we are in the middle of football season, but you know how trolls love to troll. You know what I mean? They love to create drama where there is none. All right. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about Tom Holland because he had a scare and we had an update come through right before this live. So I wanted to make sure that we were able to get into the update. Shayla said, hey, Madison, Chiefs won, but still looked bad against a terrible team. What's happening? Shayla, would love to know what's happening. It was not great. It was not good. I also have Travis Kelce on my fantasy football team. And it's not working out well for me. I thought that was going to be like my big win. The fact that I got Travis Kelce. No. Travis Kelce needs to get it together. And I love the man. You guys know. I am always his biggest advocate. However, I can also sit here and say he's not playing his best football. Okay. Lorelai said, okay, I just ran a marathon to get the chickens cared for before I came back. Oh my God, I live for that. Absolutely, absolutely live. I'm so happy that you made it. Hello. Yeah, we're going to get into it all. I think he knows he needs to step it up. The Chiefs know they need to step it up. Andy Reid knows we need to step it up. Everyone knows that we definitely have a lot of work to do. Even so, yes, we won, but we won a lot based on field goals, which embarrassing. Have you heard the Cardi B and Selena Pick It Up song yet? Yes, Layla. My sister and I actually listened to it yesterday. And I have to say, and this is no shade to Cardi, Selena carries the song. My sister and I both agreed. We like the Selena Gomez and Cardi B song. It's a vibe, but we both were I feel like Selena is carrying this song. Okay, I do feel like that is shady towards Cardi B, and I don't mean it to be. It's just Selena, it starts off on a really high note. So I don't know, I just feel like Selena carries the song. She sounded so good. Cardi, of course, it's her song, great addition, but I really feel like Selena, it does sound like a Selena song featuring Cardi, not Cardi featuring Selena. And again, that's no shade. Either way, I feel like that's good for Cardi B because people are going to be listening to it. You know what I mean? People are going to be streaming it. And at the end of the day, that's what she needs. I feel like I've seen the most hype about the Selena song. The song where she sings about her divorce from Offset, or raps about her divorce from Offset, which I haven't listened to in its entirety. I literally only listened to her song with Selena, and we did listen to a little bit of her song with Kalani, but it didn't re-listen. I feel like the Selena song, my sister and I were both like, okay, Selena. We were living for it. Kalani, we got a little bored halfway through. I haven't listened to the song with Lizzo, so maybe I need to give the Lizzo song a listen. Robert said it's a bop. Cardi B, it went platinum day one. Yes, exactly. It's already experiencing massive success. So good for her. Which honestly, I would hope it would experience massive success. It took 6 years for her to release her second album ever. I think that's something that a lot of people forget. This is only Cardi B's second album. And it's taken her a long time to get this second album out there. So I feel like it should be successful. It should be living up to the hype. If it wasn't living up to the hype, I think we would be having a much bigger discussion. I will say once Taylor comes out October 3rd, I think it's gonna be brutal for any artist who is trying to be on the charts. I think a lot of artists know that. I think a lot of artists know once October 3rd comes, it's gonna be brutal for that top 100 spot. That top 10, really. Obviously, everyone, top 100 more chances, but that top 10 is gonna be really brutal to break into once Taylor comes on October 3rd. And I literally can't wait. For everyone who is a House of Hill member, my sister is hosting a listening party. So definitely we'll be vlogging that whole thing. We might even have to go live for a few minutes for members. So if you are not a member, you should definitely consider joining the membership. We will definitely be in communication, and I'll make sure to vlog that, and probably we'll do a little quick live at least from my sisters with all of the Taylor Swift themed things. Guys, I literally can't wait. I literally can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, let's go ahead, you guys, and get into the tea. Kicking things off, like I said, we're gonna be talking about Jimmy Kimmel, we're gonna be talking about Tom Holland, Cardi B, Justin and Haley, then we're gonna get into Taylor Travis. The first things first, you guys, Jimmy Kimmel, really big breaking news right before this live, like a couple hours before going live. Jimmy Kimmel's suspension has been lifted after less than a week. So news broke about I think it was on Wednesday last week, that Jimmy Kimmel was being suspended indefinitely. His show is being suspended indefinitely following comments that he made about Charlie Kirk. ABC execs, Disney execs, the FCC, they all came down on Jimmy Kimmel and said, you are suspended. That created a lot of conversation online. A lot of people came to Jimmy Kimmel's defense. People were protesting here in favor of Jimmy. A lot of people felt like it was going against the First Amendment. Even as of this morning, there was a petition of about 400 prominent figures, both celebrities, politicians, who signed a petition saying Jimmy Kimmel deserves to be back on air. And like I said, as of a couple hours ago, ABC released a statement saying they have made the decision to lift his suspension. They said the suspension happened after some ill-timed and insensitive comments were made. They said that they've spent days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and they reached the decision the show is going to return tomorrow. Literally tomorrow. Jimmy Kimmel has not said anything yet, which makes sense. Of course, he's going to save his comments for his opening monologue on the day his show returns. That is almost like a guarantee to make sure your ratings are going to skyrocket. And yeah, so he is back. He didn't even say anything. I feel like everyone came to his defense. He didn't need to release a statement. He didn't need to publicly fight back. Because obviously a lot of people came to his defense and did it for him, and now his show has been reinstated. I think the pushback on Jimmy Kimmel was greater than the network and the FCC were prepared to handle. I saw you guys say he is married, he has children. You know, that whole situation was absolute insanity. I don't agree with what he said to be kicked off the air, but then again, I feel like that's the name of late night television, is to, you know, voice your opinion and have a platform. But then again, I also feel like too, things have gotten so political that I wish that we could go back to watching late night for entertainment and for a distraction. You know, the whole reason why we have like this show, for example, why we have our happy hour hangs is to have a distraction and have some time to not think about all the craziness that's going on in the world. I think there definitely needs to be some, you know, middle ground. But I'm with you guys. I felt like the suspension was definitely surprising. I feel like worse things have been said. That again doesn't make it okay, doesn't make it any better. I do think that there needs to be some changes to how late night television runs, but at the end of the day, it is his First Amendment right to have freedom of speech, and he is the one with the platform. He is the one that has a late night show, and I think if they want Jimmy Kimmel off the air, then cancel it for low ratings. You know? But at the end of the day, the suspension has been lifted. He is coming back, and he will have his platform again. I think it will be very interesting to see what he does tomorrow. I think that will be huge. Like, what he does and says tomorrow will really be big. So I personally will be interested to hear what he has to say. Jody says, I don't agree with what he said either, but we have the First Amendment for a reason. And he was allowed to say what he said, even if it was insensitive and poor timing. Exactly. We can disagree. Like, again, don't agree with what he said. Don't agree with it at all. But I don't necessarily agree with him being kicked off the air for it either. You know? Nicole, you're so fine. We were just catching up and talking about Jimmy Kimmel being reinstated. His suspension has been lifted. For those of you who don't know what happened, he was suspended after comments he made about Charlie Kirk's death. So he was suspended because he was making comments about the man who is guilty of unaliving Charlie Kirk. And he made some comments about the shooter and his political affiliations and, well, not his political affiliations, but Trump and MAGA trying to paint the shooter a certain way. That was what the comments were about. I'm trying to say this in like the most YouTube friendly terms, but basically his comments were about the man who shot Charlie Kirk and how a certain political party was trying to paint him as. That's what the comments were about. They were ill-timed and they were wild, but again, Angie's saying freedom of speech only guarantees freedom from criminal punishment, not freedom from consequences for misrepresenting your employer. They were inappropriate comments, but at the end of the day, he was the one with the platform and they're giving it back to him. So we're going to see how he handles it from here on out. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, let's move on because I honestly, again, Jimmy Kimmel back on air has nothing to do with us. Getting into the Tom Holland of it all. You guys are making really good points about the freedom of speech stuff, though, about it protecting you from the government, not your employer. That's a very, I think, key piece that a lot of people are missing. And America is really like a reality show right now. It really does feel like that. Anyway, Tom Holland, you guys. I am happy to report that Tom Holland is okay. So Tom Holland actually had a pretty scary incident on the set of the new Spider-Man movie. He fell and he hit his head. Filming halted. Everyone was waiting to see what was wrong with him. It's now been confirmed he did suffer a mild concussion. They're gonna go ahead and shut production down for the week. They were thinking of like, oh, we can film some stuff without him, but they're not gonna do that. They're just going to shut down production of the new Spider-Man movie for a week. That way Tom Holland can recover. And then sources confirmed he will be back on set next week. I just wanted to bring this up because he was trending. A lot of people weren't sure what was going on. The last headline was that filming halted because Tom Holland was injured, and I am just happy to report he is okay, mild concussion, and he's gonna be back on set next week. Laura said, hopefully they get their stunt team together so no one else gets hurt. Oh, 1000%. And you know, I'm sure accidents happen. Like shout out to Tom Holland for doing his own stunts. You know what I mean? Like really, absolutely incredible, iconic work. Happy that he's okay. Happy that everyone's taking a little break. I kind of feel like after something like that happens, everyone needs a moment to just like breathe and maybe not work for a little bit. Because, you know, that can shake everybody up on set. I feel like one of the main actors getting hurt. So I think it is probably best that they just take the week, let everyone recover, especially Tom Holland, and then they come back and hit it hard. You know what I mean? I feel like that is the best decision that anyone could make. Bella said, unrelated comment, Madison, the lives you host here help me at work. We're going to redesign the format we use at work to help promote more interaction with our clients. I love that. I heard about it on the radio while driving from work. I love Bella. So happy I can help in all multiple aspects. Let's see. Can I ask, are the Tom Holland and Zendaya breakup rumors true? I have not seen anything about them breaking up. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say no. I feel like every once in a while, breakup rumors plague Tom Holland and Zendaya because they don't go out in public a lot together. You guys know how the internet works. For some reason, if celebrity couples aren't seen publicly, everyone loves to think that they've broken up. I have not seen anything about them breaking up. So I feel like let's not ring the alarm there yet. I think it's an easy conclusion to draw because they're both very busy and they're just rarely publicly seen out together. So I wouldn't worry about Tom Holland and Zendaya breaking up, and also thankfully we don't have to worry about Tom Holland and his little noggin because he's going to be able to return to set next week. Okay, let's move on and get into this Cardi B tea, which I need a sip of actual tea to get into all of this because it is a lot. So I feel like we were already kind of talking about our thoughts on Cardi B's album. You guys like some of the features. Some of you haven't even listened, but a little bit of a mix. I feel like overall we're getting mixed reviews on Cardi B's album, and that is okay because you guys know here in the House of Hill, we accept everyone's opinions. We love a discussion. We're respectful of one another's opinions. That is how we roll here. No, Selena has not gotten married yet. You guys, Selena has not gotten married yet. I believe it's going to be this weekend. I think it's going to be this weekend in Santa Barbara. I hate like giving the exact date because I feel like that's been a problem with all of their leaks, but I think it's going to be this weekend in Santa Barbara, which is so exciting. So exciting. Sorry if the title was confusing. It should say Taylor Swift going to Selena Gomez's wedding solo. We were working with minimal characters, you guys. But anyway, back to Cardi B. So aside from the new album, she also went live on Instagram to address a few things, okay? One of which is that her divorce from Offset has not been finalized. I think that's been a big question on everyone's mind ever since she confirmed that she is expecting her 4th child with Stefan Diggs. Everyone's like, wait, is she divorced from Offset? No, she is not divorced from Offset. Their divorce is still very much ongoing. She said that part of the reason why their divorce has not been finalized yet is because they're still arguing about some financial matters. She claims that Offset is trying to take one of her homes, and he is also allegedly trying to have her pay off some of his tax debt. So that is why their divorce is not finalized. Is she supposed to share that on Instagram Live? I mean, it's her prerogative. It's her divorce, so I guess she's able to share whatever she wants to share. But it is kind of crazy that she just went ahead and put all that out there. But I feel like that's kind of Cardi B's MO. You guys know I've said this a lot about Cardi B. I've said a lot how I feel like Cardi B, yes, she is a rapper, but she also is almost like this internet personality who puts it all out there online. And I feel like this is just another one of those examples. Also, no surprise that Offset is being, at least allegedly according to Cardi B, a little shisty during this divorce. I see you guys talking about him being messy. You're not here for it. I mean, I don't know why none of this surprises me. This man is so petty. He's always going on social media, poking at Cardi B, trying to press her buttons. It is not surprising to me that this man is trying to take one of Cardi B's homes, allegedly, and also allegedly trying to get her to pay off his tax debt. Literally 0% of that surprises me. I think it's actually only going to get messier. If you remember, these two have tried to go through a divorce before. They called it off and got back together. So now this is the second time they're going through all of this. Things are bound to get messy. People are going to be nitpicking. People always argue about money. No surprise to me that this man is going after Cardi B financially. The other thing that she addressed on this Instagram Live is her boyfriend, Stefan Diggs, the father of her unborn child. He allegedly has a paternity suit against him. So everyone buckle up and get ready for this. Cardi B confirms, oh yes, I'm pregnant with my 4th child, expecting this child with Stefan Diggs. Well, come to find out, Stefan Diggs is also expecting a baby with another woman. So this other woman filed a paternity lawsuit against Stefan Diggs. She claims she is 5 months pregnant with Stefan Diggs' child. So this would mean that he got this woman pregnant about 2 months before he started dating Cardi B publicly. Yes, just so everyone is clear. According to this woman, Stefan Diggs got this woman pregnant 2 months later, started dating Cardi B, and then pretty shortly after got Cardi B pregnant. There's really no other way to say it. It is a mess. He responded to this paternity suit, obviously saying you're going to get a DNA test, and if it comes back positive, he wants joint physical and legal custody and a split of financial responsibilities for the pregnancy moving forward. Hi, Hannah. And Cardi B addressed this paternity lawsuit on her Instagram Live. She referenced Shirley Brown's Woman to Woman song, which is about one woman calling another woman who's having an affair with her husband. And Cardi B said, quote, "Hello, Barbara, this is Shirley. That's your baby daddy. That's my baby daddy too." Then she said, "Well, what now? I don't effing know. We'll figure it out." So to me, that's Cardi B confirming that, yes, Stefan Diggs got this woman pregnant and her pregnant as well, because she said, "That's your baby daddy. That's my baby daddy too. What do we do now? I don't know, but we'll figure it out." Crazy. That's all I have to say. It's just crazy. You know, wouldn't want it to be me. I'll just say that. Wouldn't want it to be me. I personally would not want to be expecting a baby with a man who just 2 months prior got somebody else pregnant, and now we're both expecting children from this man at the same time. Personally wouldn't want it to be me, you know, but thank God it's not. And as long as all of the parties are communicating, and it sounds like they are, right? Cardi B sounds like she knows what's going on and she's okay with it. And that's all that matters. That is all that matters. Again, wouldn't want that energy to be my situation, but as long as all of the parties whose situation it is are communicating and everyone's okay with it, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. Unserious, hello. Welcome back to the membership. Yay. Literally a horror scenario. I'm also dying at all of the comparisons to Tristan Thompson. It does very much feel like that. Are you sure Tristan Thompson isn't involved? Like, it is very much giving that energy, you guys. It is very much giving that energy. Just insane. I felt like Cardi B confirming that she's expecting a baby with Stephon Diggs so early into their relationship. I felt like that was surprising news. Then to go ahead and on top of that, add to the fact that he's also simultaneously expecting a baby with somebody else. Like, crazy. But ultimately, you know what? This will give Cardi good material for even more music. So that's, I think, the silver lining of it. And as long as, like I said, everyone's happy, everyone's communicating, I'm with you, Tabitha. Bless their hearts. Bless their hearts. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to Justin and Hailey Bieber, and then we're going to get into Taylor and all of the updates about her safety, Taylor and Travis, Donna Kelsey, all the things. Talking about Justin and Hailey, you guys, we have a new report from Us Magazine where a source shared that Hailey was a, quote, big influence on Justin's decision to headline Coachella. Raise your hand if you're surprised. I'm not raising my hand because I'm not surprised. Obviously, we had a feeling that Hailey was behind this because we've been hearing over and over again how Hailey is really becoming an integral part of Justin's career and his career decisions. So I am not shocked at all to hear that she was a big influence on his decision to headline Coachella. This source said that Hailey reportedly nudged him and is always in his corner, hyping him up. The source said that Justin feels this is the best way to share his new music with his fans, and he's very excited about the opportunity. This source noted how he's more in control of his career and doesn't have people making decisions for him anymore. Hailey reportedly assured him that this is a good idea. A separate source also noted that Hailey was, quote, the driving force behind the decision. So we are consistently hearing across the board, Hailey was the one who pushed for this. She is always reportedly reminding him that he is the Justin Bieber. And she knows firsthand how badly his fans want to see him back on stage. I will say to your point, Patty asked, will Justin back out of it? I hope not. And the source did mention that it sounds like Justin is excited now that this is happening. He's making plans to showcase his new album and also celebrate his career and where he's at now. He also released kind of like a music video, essentially, from the Coachella grounds for one of his new songs. It's mainly just him walking around the Coachella grounds. But I feel like that is kind of him getting excited, him getting hyped up. You guys know when it was announced that he was headlining, I said this is a good career decision. I'm with, rarely am I with Hailey, but I'm with Hailey on this one. The guy has to get out there. He can't tour because the past 2 tours have not gone well. He's had to cancel halfway through. I suggested a Vegas residency, which you never know, that could be down the line. But I think Coachella is literally the next best idea, the next best thing. It's a place where his fans can come see him. It doesn't require travel. It literally requires him staying in the same place 2 weekends in a row, 2 shows. To me, it makes the most sense for where Justin Bieber is at currently. Unserious said, please pray that God gives me a miracle of justice. Sending you all of the vibes, Unserious. And George also sending y'all vibes as well. Definitely send George and his family some prayers. I think Hales is building her man up. He seems to love Coachella too. Exactly. I do think that this headline is almost kind of trying to make it seem like Haley forced Justin to do Coachella by being like, she was the driving force. She heavily influenced him. I understand how that can be painted negatively, but I actually don't think it's negative. I don't think there's anything wrong with Haley encouraging Justin to get back on stage, encouraging him to do something that he loves, reminding him, hey, you've been through a lot of ups and downs, but you are the Justin Bieber. At the end of the day, you're gonna get on stage. People are gonna pay to see you. Like, I don't necessarily think any of that is bad. And then also, obviously, the money aspect. I see a lot of you pointing that out as well. We know he's allegedly getting $10 million for doing Coachella, $5 million each weekend. We know he owed Scooter Braun, allegedly, a lot of money. Not bad for him to do a $10 million payday. You know what I mean? Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I see you guys also talking about like choreography. What's the deal with that? I feel like, I mean, Justin used to really be able to turn it on. I feel like now his style has changed a little bit, which is okay. I think if people are looking for this like over the top pop performance, I don't know if we're going to get that from Justin. But I do think we're going to get a very stripped down performance. I think his vocals are gonna be center stage. I think he's gonna have some special guests come out. I think for me, really all I hope for from Justin and his Coachella performance is that Justin looks healthy. Justin is able to get through the set, that he sounds good, he looks good, and a couple surprise performances, like a couple surprise guests. That's what I think I'm hoping for from Justin's Coachella performance. What I don't want is for Justin to get on stage and it to fuel certain narratives that have been going on about Justin regarding his mental state, his health, all of that. I want him to get up there and look and sound better than he has in years. And I'm sure Haley is gonna want that as well. Also, Unserious said, is Haley Bieber copying Selena and Scooter Braun? Oh, trying to like navigate him. I think it's good that she's trying to encourage him to get out there. If that's ultimately what he wants and he needs the encouragement, that's what a good partner does. Encourages you to do things that you love and that are your passions. So hopefully he does a good job. We shall see. But if you guys want to see, he posted that video. I saw Terry correct me, or not correct me, but remind me of the song. It's just Speed Demon. And Haley makes like a brief appearance. But yeah, it's just a video of him walking around the Coachella grounds, getting super excited for his performance. So, yay. Also, Tabitha said, my bonus child, our 24-year-old, proposed to his girlfriend. We just found out. What? You guys, 2025, the year of love. Have we not been saying it from the beginning? Congratulations, Tabitha. That is amazing. Wow, literally 2025, the year of love. So here for it. When is Coachella? Next April. Fun fact, Coachella is always around my birthday, which is always interesting because literally it feels like 80% of LA dips during Coachella, and it's always nice to have like a little LA exodus on my birthday. It's always great. But yeah, Coachella is always around my birthday, so around the 24th, and it's 2 weekends in a row, obviously. Okay, moving on, getting into the Taylor Swift tea of it all. If you guys are here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. Also, we were chatting so much at the beginning of this, I just realized we didn't shout out our after watchers. Shout out to all of our after watchers who are watching right now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. These happy hour hangs could not continue without you. And also shout out to all of our international House of Hill members as well, who are staying up late, waking up early, doing whatever you need to do to get the tea in. I appreciate you, and thank you for making our House of Hill fam an international one. Okay. Getting into this Taylor Swift tea, I also saw Kelly just say, talking about the year of love, 3 of my cousins got engaged. What? See, you guys, it's the year of love. I'm telling you. That is good vibes. That is good vibes. The year of love always is bringing positive manifestations. We're hoping that for all of us. All of us, all of us, all of us. When is the summer I turn pretty chat? Colors, we can talk about the summer I turn pretty at the end. Twist my arm. I'm unwell and I need to touch grass. Anyway, also, hi, Amy Underwood. Don't apologize. You're so fine. I'm so happy that you were able to make it. Getting into the Taylor tea, you guys. If you are seeing headlines that say, Taylor Swift is terrified, Taylor Swift is horrified, Taylor Swift is scared, there reportedly have been several incidents and threats towards Taylor that her team is taking more seriously after what happened to Charlie Kirk. We obviously saw that with how she entered the Chiefs game the previous weekend, and it just sounds like her team is taking more precaution after the incidents with Charlie Kirk. Also, to Jessica's point, one of her known stalkers has not been seen in a while, which is giving her security team some pause. Apparently her team keeps tabs on, anyone who has threatened Taylor's life, who it's to the point where she has a restraining order against them. That is happening right now. She has a restraining order against this man, and her team has not been able to locate him. Apparently there's a private investigator looking, authorities are looking, nobody has seen this man, and it is causing some alarm for her team. I don't even want to give it that much energy because I feel like people like this thrive off being talked about. But there are headlines literally everywhere today about Taylor Swift being terrified. So I just wanted to clarify that yes, there are some things going on. Yes, there are threats. Yes, they're worried about not being able to locate this man. Yes, that would understandably so cause some uneasiness, some anxiety, and some not great feelings for Taylor Swift. But I think she has an incredible team around her. She has an incredible family. And hopefully everything will be okay. And I'm with you. I don't blame her team at all for taking threats seriously. I would much rather, as a celebrity, my team be overly cautious than not cautious enough. So anyone who wants to criticize Taylor Swift's team for taking extra safety measures, literally criticize away. It won't be me. Like, I would always 1000% rather have a celebrity team and a security team that is doing things extra, going above and beyond, than not doing enough. On serious side, Taylor Swift has every right because weird men hate her. Also that. People hate her literally for being Taylor Swift. Makes no sense. Also too, you guys, there are some reports that Travis Kelce is not going to attend Selena Gomez's wedding. And I feel like this is being blown out of proportion. Travis is ditching Selena's wedding. Travis is skipping Selena's wedding. Y'all, Selena is getting married during football season. Okay? So the chances of Travis attending Selena Gomez's wedding in the midst of football season, when the Chiefs are not doing great, pretty understandable. Okay? And I feel like of all people who understand the importance of work, and work sometimes coming in the way of attending certain events, it is Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift. and Benny Blanco for that matter. I think all of those people are very understanding of work commitments, sometimes taking precedence over certain events. I don't think it's that big of a deal. So don't let any of those headlines get out of control. Jules says he has a job called football, so there's that. And also too, let me just say, Travis Kelce aside, anyone who has ever played football, has been, has a child in football, married to a coach who does football, involved in football in any capacity, it literally takes over your life during the season. So no surprise that Travis Kelce is not going to be able to make Selena Gomez's wedding, and I don't think it's any harm or any foul. You know what I mean? Like, the four of them will go to dinner when they have time. It makes complete sense to me. It's not that big of a deal. Also, too, there's a headline right now that is going around about Donna Kelce putting pressure on Travis to have babies. It is so lighthearted. It is not that deep. Travis and Jason had Deion Sanders on the New Heights podcast today. They were joking with Deion, being like, rank your children favorite to least favorite. They were joking about how Travis Kelce was always number one for Donna. Like, Travis was always Donna's favorite. And Travis said that is until Jason was the first one to have kids. Then Jason became the favorite. And Jason was like, yeah, for now, until Travis has kids. And there's been a little pressure there for him to have kids. So once Travis has kids, he'll probably get booted from the number one spot and Travis will replace him. All lighthearted. It's not like Donna Kelce is dialing Taylor Swift up being like, when are you going to give me grandbabies? It's literally just classic mother-son, mother-children. I'm not even saying mother-son. Just classic, like, mother to her adult children things. Like, literally not that big of a deal. Unserious said he's just like me because I'm a pretend it's not happening. Oh, about Selena's wedding. LOL. No, exactly. It's just banter. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Crimson Rose said, I made sure my wedding wasn't on a Saturday for this reason because Alabama and SEC. Oh, Crimson Rose, yeah. If your wedding was on a Saturday during football season, 1000%. Even so, my sister's fiance, his sister is getting married in October. She's getting married in our college town. I also my school didn't become an SEC school until 2011, but we're in the SEC now. But she had to make sure, in order to book her wedding, that it was on an away game, or else getting married in our college town would have been an absolute no-go on a football Saturday. So completely get it. Like, football season just takes over. You know what I mean? I can only imagine the pressure on Travis between being held to a higher standard than most on the field and then his concern for Taylor. It has to be hard and emotional. Karen, that is a very good point. I do think he has a lot going on up top, for sure. But I will say, I think the pressure he's feeling on the field is because of his past performance. Like, everyone knows that Travis can operate at a very high standard, and he hasn't been operating at that high standard. And so I think people are kind of like, WTF, but there is obviously added pressure because now there's added eyes with the whole Taylor Swift situation. And there's also added pressure because him not playing well, he knows people are going to question his relationship and question Taylor, and it's just this vicious cycle. I do think he has a lot going on up top, but in that same breath, I have to slightly call the guy out. He is not operating as he should be. He is not operating as he should be. And he does need to get it together. He does need to get it together. I am happy to see that the passion is still there. I know Andy Reid is still happy to see the passion is still there. So if you're seeing any headlines about Travis Kelce anger issues, no, he doesn't have anger issues. Andy Reid went to go rile him up. That's how they communicate. That's their coach to player style. But we need to get it together. Okay, the Chiefs need to get it together. Travis needs to get it together. And I'm with you, Jody. I don't want to see him retire on a bad note on not playing well. I think that would really suck, especially given the amazing career that he has had. So hopefully we can start getting some chutzpah within the Chiefs organization. You guys, fingers freaking crossed. Jules, it's definitely not just Travis. Our whole offense needs to get it together. Our defense usually comes to play. Our offense overall needs to get together. Like even Patrick Mahomes, my family and I were watching the game yesterday and we were like, he looks tired before the game even started. He just looked like, I don't know, not hungry. So I know that sounds so weird to say, but like you can just tell when someone's eyes are passionate. And I feel like Patrick just was not giving passion. You know, he's been off. Yeah. So hopefully we're going to be able to get it together, you guys. Fingers freaking crossed. Yeah, maybe he's down bad about turning 30. I was. You guys know, turning 30 really messed with me. I got it together. We're fine now, but woof, turning 30, down bad, crying at the gym. Also, hi, Misty. You're doing an amazing job. Been with you since Hollyscoop. Oh my gosh. May God bring you so much happiness and even more success. Thank you, Misty, for still being here all this time. Sending you love and hugs. Unserious, yes, we talked about Disney renewing Jimmy at the beginning of the live. So if you want to see that, definitely rewind. But yes, Jimmy Kimmel is reinstated. He will be back on air tomorrow. Also, if you guys remember, give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. We are going to go ahead and end our celeb tea discussion, and I do want to really quick talk about The Summer I Turned Pretty, just because where we ended the last live on Wednesday was me getting ready to go watch the finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I know some of you watched it, and some of you are wanting my thoughts. You guys, I literally could not have wrote a better show. Like I could not have wrote a better finale. And even if you don't watch The Summer I Turned Pretty, I know you guys will appreciate this because this is what I also told the members too in the group chat. Even if you don't watch The Summer I Turned Pretty, I know a lot of you like Taylor Swift. I know a lot of you like Reputation. Just know that in this finale, the two characters who have been yearning for one another, and we've been waiting for these two people to finally get together, okay? We've been waiting for the two people to finally get together. When they get together to Dress by Taylor Swift. When I tell you the visceral reaction I had to seeing Dress by Taylor Swift, and it's to the scene of Belly and Conrad reconciling. You guys, I'm so mad my sister and I did not record our reactions because it was so funny. So we were watching, and my sister has to watch everything with closed captions, which like partially drives me nuts, but I let her have it. So we're watching and we're like waiting for them to kiss, right? And finally they're getting ready to kiss. And obviously when you're watching closed caption, it like tells you the song that's coming up. And so right before they even kiss, we see the closed captions and it says Dress by Taylor Swift. And the way my sister and I literally erupted off the couch, I like thought I broke my pinky toe. Like we literally were like, Dress by, I mean, we were losing our damn minds to the point my friend Holly and my sister's fiance was there too. They were like, why is this a big deal? And we're like, you don't understand that this is the biggest deal of all time. Dress being used for a scene like this, and then the scene was like 10 times spicier than I think any of us were prepared for. Like I was hoping for a good makeout. We got way more than makeout. No complaints. But I'm just like, I literally, you guys were so right. The finale was 12 out of 10. Literally not a singular note about the finale. I know people were wanting more. I feel like people were wanting a wedding. I honestly was like not even mad. I wasn't even mad that we didn't get a wedding because I was like, A, I've never read the book, so I don't know what I'm missing. But also B, I was just like, you know what? I feel happy. I feel happy. I saw everyone kind of like had a happy ending. We saw Taylor and Steven be good. Jeremiah moves on. Live, laugh, love that for him. The parents are all good. We see Belly and Conrad get together. Also, they like officially get back together to Out of the Woods. Chef's kiss. And we see them go back to the summer house. Like, to be honest, I'm a little nervous over the fact that we're getting a movie For those of you who don't know, The Summer I Turned Pretty is getting a movie. I'm hoping it's going to be released around the holidays. They're being very hush-hush over when this movie is going to come out. They're saying that the first draft is done, but it's going to be a while. I don't think they're going to wait that long because business-wise, they shouldn't wait that long. Like, they need to strike while the iron is hot. So I'm hoping it comes sooner rather than later. But I'm actually nervous for the movie, you guys. I actually kind of like don't, obviously I'll be watching, obviously I'll be tuning in, obviously I'll probably love it, but I'm nervous for the movie because I feel like it ended on such a great spot that I'm worried the movie is gonna like mess it up in some way. Like I don't want the movie to like bring drama. I want the movie to just be like a happy, this is Conrad and Belly's life now that they're together and we're seeing it and this is amazing and all of that good stuff. I don't want it to cause any drama. That's just my only thing. So like I'm all for the movie as long as it's just like all Belly and Conrad happiness, but like no way it's going to be, you know? Because that's not how movies work. If everything was just a happy rom-com, we wouldn't have rom-coms. So I'm a little nervous for the movie, but obviously excited and we'll be tuning in. Easter eggs say it'll be this holiday season. Not sure I believe that. I heard it was coming in 2027. They had this big discussion on the radio. I know, and there's been like people trying to dissect. They did an interview on the Today Show after the finale came out, and they're all kind of weird about it. I mean, I think it needs to be before 2027. I know Jenny Han is saying, like, it's going to be a while. We have only done one version of the script. We still have a lot to do. But I think in order for it to hit the way it needs to hit, it has to be sooner rather than later. I think if they wait till 2027, the hype is going to die down way too much. And I think also, too, the actors will have moved on to so many other projects that it's going to be hard to get pulled back into that world. Chris Briney is like blowing the F up right now. All of them are. So I feel like they have to do it now. Like I hope it gets released sooner rather than later, but just me. And I'm glad that we were able to discuss this. I did need to talk about it. Because you guys, I'm still not over it. And when I say I need to touch grass, I mean literally all of my feed, like my Instagram Discover page and well, my TikTok For You page is starting to flesh out, but my Instagram Discover page is still all Bonrad edits. Like, I'm fully aware I need to get a life and I need to touch grass, but so good, no notes, absolutely loved the finale, and I'll never be over it. No, I probably will need Bonrad edits for another week, and then it'll be time to move on, because, you know, I am 30 plus, 32, and I do feel like I should be not as invested in these people as I am, but like very fully invested and loved every single second of it. But I also think too, just because we love. I've been seeing a lot of like articles diving into why millennial women love The Summer I Turned Pretty, but I think it's, for me personally, just because we love. I love love. So I was here for it. I'm sorry, I did absolutely give away the ending, but I feel like everyone here had watched it. If not, there's no way you haven't seen a spoiler online. Okay, there is no way, like, the spoilers are everywhere. Okay, that is all I have for you guys. Thank you for letting me end with this Summer I Turned Pretty discussion and all of the tea that we've gotten into. I love it. Jody said, if you haven't watched it, you're not a fan. So it's fine. Jody's like, we were all counting down refreshing for this finale to come out. Oh my God. It is so good. D Swifty, yes, my sister is having a album listening party that I'll be going to. I'll be vlogging for members. You guys, we're getting close. We're getting close. Also, I'm dying. Joy said, it's the 12th anniversary of my 20th birthday. That's literally me. Did you guys like how I said 30 plus 2? Because, like, do we need to put a number on it? You know what I mean? Just know I'm a millennial. Okay? We know it's showing. It's fine. I still get carded, so I consider that a win. Also, I miss Jackie X. Hello, I'm so happy you got to tune in right before I sign off. Sending you love and hugs. Okay, you guys, that is all I have for you. Thank you for such a fun happy hour hang, much needed happy hour hang. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe, notification bell, join the membership if you haven't already. We have our members only live tomorrow at noon. And on that note, you guys have a fantastic, fantastic rest of your evening, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.